Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a reading for our beautiful collective here. So I am feeling guided today to leave this reading a bit open-ended and just channel whatever comes through. Now, with that being said, of course, not every message here will necessarily resonate with everyone, so be sure to always use your intuition as your highest guide and only take what connects with you personally. But I have to tell you that all day I've been feeling this really pulling, longing kind of energy. The line that came through is my heart feels sore. My heart is sore. My heart is tired. So if that is already connecting with someone in some way, or that it all speaks to some type of way you've been feeling recently, then I hope that through this reading, I can bring a little bit of clarity or guidance into your life. By the way, if you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation, be sure to like this video and also double check that you are subscribed, because by subscribing to this channel, this does energetically tie you into our collective here, and this allows me to more easily pick up on your energy. And right as I was saying those words, pick up on your energy, man holding a coin reverse came out here. So this heart pulling, this feeling of heart tiredness could be something that I'm sensing many divine feminines connecting in here are feeling. And specifically feeling this way and intuitively knowing at some level this energy of pulling, this energy of longing. I'm hearing longing to go somewhere I can't return back to this unawakened, unhealed masculine who is pulling on your energy. Why can't this divine feminine go back? Patience in the upright position, because the timing isn't right. It's not the divine timing of things. It's not the higher self timing of things. So what I'm getting right away is there is a divine feminine here who you have a masculine from your past who is pulling on your energy at the present. And I'm hearing there are opportunities, potential timelines for you to connect in the future with this person. But intuitively, you know, I'm getting this wave of emotion. You know that at this present time, the divine timing is off for this connection. It's not the right time. I'm seeing the number 717, which is also, of course, symbolic of July 17th, which was yesterday as of when I'm posting this video. By the way, I do post these collective readings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel. And I would love for you to tune in if you feel guided to do so during the live premiere of these readings, because the energy in the live chat and during the live premiere is really powerful. And thank you to all of you who are co-creators, uplifting, supporting, and quite literally energetically healing one another through being present together during those live readings. We really are co-creators here on this channel, and I am really grateful from the bottom of my heart and soul for all of you. Now also, I do channel for these 3 weekly readings an additional Patreon reading for those of you who are tuned into our Patreon Soul Tribe. So more information on that is under this video, but throughout this reading, I will also be sharing with you some information about what we will be channeling into more deeply in the extended Patreon reading. But getting back to the messages, I pulled a few cards here just to further dive into these energies, this energy of feeling this unawakened or unhealed masculine pulling on your energy, and yet knowing that the time isn't right. And specifically, I hear divine feminine. It's like your higher self is saying to you, he hasn't healed or he isn't ready yet. And it's this painful dynamic. I'm getting chills all over just reading into your energy, because there is so much powerful back and forth energy between you and this masculine. But it's like he is in the process of healing with Healer of the Ages uprights, and you are aware of this divine feminine, but at some higher self level, your unconscious self knows, with temple path reversed and the crown chakra reversed. This masculine is still a bit disconnected from his higher self. He's in pain, and this pain is actually triggering a very deep healing within him. And yet the time isn't right for the two of you to fully come together in the physical. And the reason for this is because something about him still needs to heal. I'm hearing spiritually connected. He needs to get more individually spiritually connected in order to be able to offer you the kind of sustainable love that you deserve, divine feminine. And again, I know that you are aware of this. Whether you realize this consciously or unconsciously, there's some part of you that doesn't want to go back to this masculine or situation, or perhaps feels you can't, or maybe it's the circumstances that just keep seeming to block the two of you, to sabotage the two of you from moving forward. It's not that the universe is sabotaging you. It's that the universe is protecting you. The universe is preserving you. And the universe is actually connected with your higher self. And when you get these downloads, these unconscious feelings of, I long for this masculine, but I know I can't go back, trust your intuition on this. Even though there's such a polarity going on here, there are two extremes. There is this powerful, intense longing happening within you, but also this equally strong knowing from your higher self that, again, with patience upright, the timing here isn't quite right yet. This masculine isn't quite ready. Now, I do want to channel more into this masculine's energy field to figure out what is going on here for whoever this is connecting with. So why is this masculine not ready? Okay. Wow, this card actually came out a minute ago, but I didn't speak to it then, and I reshuffled. Now, here it is a second time. So this is sitting on the throat chakra, which of course is the seat of communication. I got the number 888 for someone. By the way, if you are a divine feminine and you've seen the number 888, this could be your guides speaking to you, telling you to focus on yourself, specifically your goals and dreams. And this is especially a message for those of you who are creating something connected with work, finances, career, or business, because the number 888 symbolizes abundance. That as you walk your spiritual path, you are going to be materially and abundantly supported by the universe. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but I hope that message reached you. Now, with solar plexus chakra reversed, and again, this is sitting on the throat chakra. So what I'm getting is, this has to do with why communication with this masculine has been off. Specifically, I heard the word sporadic. So whoever I'm speaking to here, you may feel as though it is hot and cold with this person, like they are kind of a revolving door, opening and then closing again and then opening again. And I feel this is a cycle that has actually been going on a really long time with this masculine. This cycle of opening up and letting you get a glimpse of his true, authentic, raw, vulnerable self, and then closing off again out of fear. Now let's speak to that fear, because that's connecting in with this solar plexus wounding that this masculine is being called to heal before he can fully come forward. So what is going on with this solar plexus chakra healing? Rest and rejuvenation upright. So some masculines could be dealing with some kind of physical bodily issue at this time. that is actually a manifestation of the fact that with crown chakra reverse, they've been disconnected from their higher self, from their true self, not listening to their intuition, and in doing so, somehow manifesting issues within their physical body, or simply getting really burnt out. That word burnout is really strong here. So there may be some masculines I'm channeling here who need a period of rest and recovery at the physical level here. So what else is going on with this masculine? Caring connections, upright. Can I get some clarification for this card? Feeling hopeless, wanting to start over and build something strong and stable with you, Divine Feminine, with first chakra upright and victory reversed. Feeling very much as though you are out of their grasp, but longing. I'm hearing this masculine say, I want to be better. I want to be different. I want to give you something stable, something real, something secure. The security that you always needed and asked for, and that I couldn't give you in the past, because with door to romance reversed, I was always closing the door on you when it came to love. Again, I see that opening and then closing again, and opening and closing again, kind of on a cycle here. So let's pull a card to see what this masculine wants to say to you, that he has to heal that solar plexus energy first before he can say. It's easier being with someone from my worlds. What else does this masculine want to say? I feel like I abandoned you and myself when we broke up. I want to reconcile. And let's get a third card here also, and then we'll pull all of these messages together. Letting you down was the worst decision I made. Okay, so with it's easier being with someone from my worlds, what I'm getting here is a lot of karmic energy for someone. Specifically with those words, from my world, I'm hearing someone who allowed me to continue living in my self-limiting, self-sabotaging patterns, what we sometimes call karmic patterns. There were things this masculine was not ready to heal energetically. Sorry, my voice cracked a little bit there, which speaks to how this masculine wants to speak to you, Divine Feminine, about all of this. And I see that communication potentially coming forward, but I do see it's almost like he gets emotional when he tries to even think about sharing these very deep thoughts and feelings with you. So of course this won't apply for everyone, but for some Divine Feminines, I'm getting that this masculine may have chosen to be with or to continue a 3D connection with a karmic partner, or if not a literal karmic partner, this may have been a more symbolic relationship with his own karmic cycles. I'm seeing specifically a substance or some kind of addiction for someone. It's like this person may have had a very addictive relationship with money, with certain substances, or with certain people that allowed them to continue pushing off, facing their own internal woundings and patterns that they weren't ready to face. Because the thing about your love, Divine Feminine, is it demands authenticity, it demands purity, it demands truth. And I see this masculine desiring that kind of pure, authentic, all-encompassing, deep connection with you. But at the same time, he wasn't ready to do what that type of connection demanded of him, if that makes sense. And that's where the confusing energy comes in, because it's like, I want all of the powerful, beautiful aspects I feel this masculine saying in the past of being in this kind of a soul connection, whether it's a twin flame, a high level soulmate, a very powerful, intense soul connection. I want all of those benefits without actually needing to do the energy healing work on myself, as such a powerful energetic connection pulls up wounds and blockages within me that I need to face. And again, there's this energy of it was easier to return to old habits and cycles. And what I really see and what came through prior to channeling this reading is there were many windows of opportunity for this masculine in the past to step forward, to face, to heal these patterns. And in fact, I feel that in some cases, divine feminine information may have been hidden from your 3D self in the past. You may have not fully allowed yourself to know certain things about this masculine. I know this sounds really strange, but it's like your higher self, of course, is all-knowing. Your higher self is all-knowing. So your higher self knew the demons, metaphorically, that this masculine was facing, the karmic patterns he was facing. And for some of you, these may have been lies, this may have been betrayal, this may have been addictions, cycles of negative behavior or patterns, whatever the case was, your higher self was aware of these. However, for some of you, for a while, your intuition may have actually blocked your 3D conscious self from fully being aware of what was going on with this masculine behind the scenes, to give him windows of opportunity to face and heal those patterns on his own without some kind of separation or disconnect, which I feel has now taken place between the two of you. With the card, I feel like I abandoned you and myself. And right as I was reading from that card, the 6 of Cups came out, so I'm going to channel a quick message from there. The past, nostalgia, exploring happy memories. Also, this can speak to the inner child. I feel like this is the masculine here, feeling incredibly nostalgic for a time in your connection when the two of you were more 3D connected, for those of you who that connects with. This also speaks to the fact that this masculine knows you, divine feminine, were the only one who ever truly saw him beneath all the levels and layers for that vulnerable inner child within him that was wounded, that had been through a lot of hardship and pain through his life. I feel like you brought to the surface that childlike, playful nature within this masculine, representative of this inner child. However, at the same time, I feel that in the moment you were bringing up those playful aspects, childlike aspects, that vulnerability within him. I feel like this actually terrified him and may have been part of what caused him to keep cycling back through these karmic energies that allowed him to maintain this state of ignorance, meaning not fully facing his own internal patterns here. Letting you down was the worst decision I made. Just a lot of regrets coming from this masculine and divine feminine. If you connected with the title or the thumbnail of this reading today and the opening messages, when I spoke to a masculine who was really pulling on your energy, creating a lot of sense of longing, that I feel you know that this message is for you, and you know which parts of this resonate with you, because your higher self already is fully aware of what this masculine is saying and speaking to you telepathically, energetically, even as you might be 3D disconnected. So in the extended version of the reading, I will be channeling love messages from this masculine energy, what he truly wants to say if he was coming forward openly from the heart, authentically to you, divine feminine, right now in the moment. And I will also be channeling messages on how you, divine feminine, may be feeling or thinking in regards to this situation, as well as what your spirit guides or higher self might have to say about what's going on here. So again, all of those additional messages will be channeled in our Patreon reading, which is in the pinned comments and description box under this video. But the card to come out here is Patience. Door to Spirit reversed. Someone here is feeling a kind of urgency, wanting to rush things ahead, wanting to push things ahead, even though their soul is telling them that the timing isn't right. And I'm hearing them say, it's because I miss you. It's because I love you. It's because I recognize this deep soul connection that we share. But their soul, their higher self, their guides keep whispering gently, it's not time yet. So can I get more information on this? Yeah, 5th chakra in the reverse position. I'm hearing a disconnect from communication leading to healing. Letting go of the need for a plan with strategy reversed. So for some of you listening, again, it might feel as though communication with this person is sporadic, it is hot and cold, or maybe there's no communication whatsoever. But this sporadic or even lack of 3D communication is creating a very powerful effect within each of you, a healing effect. And I am going to get into that. But with Angel of Strength in the midway position, I see specifically a divine feminine who is being strongly pushed by her guides to utilize this time to really cultivate her sense of herself. I'm hearing go to all the corners of the earth, metaphorically for most of us. So for some of you, this may be literal if you feel you've been called to travel. But I'm hearing your guides say, go to the corners of the earth and collect the pieces of yourself that have been lost. Take the time to reconnect with those lost pieces of yourself through meditation, through journaling, through reading, through yoga, stretching, exercise, whatever feels good and right to you and allows you to self-reconnect. I'm hearing this is a major part of your healing and what is really upgrading your vibration right now. There's something about you really building this core deep sense of confidence, but also learning how to set boundaries with other people around you. Building a strong foundation with root chakra upright, a strong foundation within yourself. I'm hearing someone specifically focusing on health or fitness, whatever that might mean for them personally. I feel that in general, physically, you are beginning to develop this kind of radiance about you physically. But the thing is, it's coming from the spiritual level. It's coming from the fact that you are again retrieving these pieces and parts of yourself energetically, self-reconnecting fully, and that is causing you to quite literally become illuminated in a way that other people see and feel drawn to. So again, in the extended version of the reading, Divine Feminine, I will be channeling more messages from your guides and your higher self about this situation, any other words of guidance you may need to hear. But for now, I do want to just pull a card from the Star Seed Oracle. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. And can I pull another card here? Waits. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. Okay, so this is kind of a strange message, and this won't apply to everyone, but for some divine feminines, during this period of time where this masculine, this unawakened or in the process of awakening masculine energy that you're feeling this pull towards, but who isn't ready, who is still in this process of reconnecting with his true spiritual self. During this period of time where you feel guided to focus on yourself, to build your own confidence, to self-reconnect, you may find that you attract in other masculine soulmates or soul connections of some kind. These could be platonic or romantic in nature, so do keep that in mind. These aren't necessarily romantic connections, and I'm actually getting the message that many of these, you have a lot of free will as to whether these incoming masculine energies for you will be connections that you want to translate into a romance, into a romantic connection, or whether you want to maintain these as platonic friendships. But I do see that for many of you with community reversed, your guides have been hearing that you've been feeling alone, that at times you've been feeling unsupported in the physical 3D worlds, and they want you to know that you have been calling in soulmates in a really powerful way because you've had the confidence to begin stepping into and standing in your true authenticity. And that authentic frequency, which is really your core soul frequency, is extremely powerful for attracting in soulmate connections. Again, these could be platonic soulmates, because what you are doing by radiating your authenticity is you are sending out a signal to the universe that is attracting back to you those that match your true soul essence, rather than your unhealed wounds and karmic energies and patterns with the contract card upright. Someone might be seeing a lot of the number 6 in different combinations as well. I'm hearing things are balancing out. What is balancing out here? Okay, the Temple Path reversed, Happy Family reversed, and Goddess of the Moon upright. So what I'm getting is there was a divine feminine here who in the past kept herself, and I feel this could have been very unconscious. I saw the number 2626, by the way, just now. This divine feminine, perhaps unconsciously, but regardless, kept herself from becoming the most powerful, most high vibrational version of herself because she was more focused on a 3D outcome within a particular love connection than on becoming her best, most empowered, happiest, most fulfilled version of self. I'm getting a strong energy of self-sacrifice, an energy of I'm going to give everything that I am away to you, masculine. This energy of I am going to do everything in my power to make this work, to make us end up together. But in the process of this divine feminine lost her most rare and beautiful gift, her own inner strength, her own inner power. And she's now been called back into that power. But being called back into that power has required her to let go. It's required her to let go of the outcomes that she thought that she wanted to happen in a certain way and at a certain time. It's required her to let go potentially of certain people, connections, even this romantic masculine in her life who would have preferred her to remain in a disempowered state because it allowed them to feel more comfortable in their own disempowerments or karmic patterning. You, divine feminine, are being called back to your power to no longer be willing to betray any parts or piece of yourself to make someone feel more comfortable with a version of yourself that is less than that highest vibrational, most empowered version of you that you are becoming, that highest timeline you are rising toward. You are holding the space. You are beaconing the light for others, giving them the choice to rise with you or to watch you rise and feel disconnected from you. But the choice is in their hands, and it's not your responsibility, divine feminine. In fact, it is an impossibility for you to fix or change or heal these others. The only thing you can do is inspire them to join you on that highest timeline that you are aligning with. So that feels like a really powerful place to close this reading. Again, I will be channeling more deeply into these energies in the extended, so we will be diving deeper into some of those details that came up in the reading, as well as channeling love messages from both the masculine and the divine feminine here to one another, and some spirit guide messages and words of guidance for you, divine feminine. So All of that is linked in the pinned comments and description box under the video. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in to today's reading. I really hope something here connected with you personally, and if it did, feel free to leave me a comment under this video and let me know what connected. I hope you have the most wonderful, beautiful start to your week, and I will talk to you again in Wednesday's reading.